So today I'm going to show you my homemade diddley bow, which is more based around the African barren bow, which looks like a bow and arrow with a gourd on it that you play with a stick. I first started getting interested in the diddley bow when I saw C6 Steve play one on YouTube, and it sounded pretty great, and I saw One String Willie, and I've always liked the good old blues tradition of that, and I've always wanted to make my own instruments. And because I have Tourette's, it's hard to play on multiple strings sometimes. So when I was watching them play on one string and all the stuff that they could play, I just had to make one myself. And diddley bows are actually instruments that it's not illegal to buy one, and I'm sure that people have them on sale, but everybody makes their own. It's an instrument that you literally have to make yourself, and they're cheap to make anyway. Jack White, I saw Jack White make one on It Might Get Loud, and I've always loved him, but he made a great electric one, and C6 Steve plays electric one. I decided to make mine look as rustic as possible, as if it could have been used up in the Appalachians, and as much looking like a barren bow as possible. And I just started fiddling around with it and learning how to play with it. So let's see how it sounds.
There's two reasons why people tend to use electric vehicles. Number one is it's stay with situations away from the car to see if a plow or vehicle comes along. We're not completely without resources.
So the barren bow is basically looks like a bow and arrow, and I decided to make my diddley bow look just like that. I was out trimming branches in the backyard, so I picked up a branch, one that had a nice curve on it. I suggest if anyone, make sure that it has something that looks a lot like the neck right here, that you can drill right into it, and that it has some. And I just took a regular tin can. I think this is a can for peaches, and literally I just screwed the string down onto it. And at first I had a nice little bottleneck right there that was the bridge, but then I finally got tired of not being able to tune it, so I put a tuner and a bolt on it. And then literally, it's as primitive as you can get, but it has a great sound. One thing I'd tell you is that the can here just doesn't have that great of a sound on it, and it's great for playing like very low music if you're like me and have a brother that needs to sleep at night, and when you play it, it just doesn't keep that big of a sound. So what I use as a resonator is this big old glass bottle. This plastic water cooler bottle. And when I put on top of that, it just really makes the sound pop. And so when you have, if you let me get my stuff over here. So, One String Willie plays them with two copper pipes. I started with a screwdriver, playing that as my bridge, and you treat it like a percussion instrument. And you start developing a good ear for sounds. Like here's your sound, you move up. You have your octave. You have your third octave, it goes up to 3 octaves. And you play on basically the blues.